I still can't believe Luthor agreed to an exclusive interview.
Actually, he was the one who contacted the planet. Perry said that Luthor asked for me specifically.
Only you?
I was worried that he would have tried seducing me, so I agreed, only if he allowed you to come along.
Gee, I don't know whether I should be flattered or embarrassed.
Do us both a favor and choose the latter. You'd have to lose the glasses first if I were to even begin thinking of you that way.
Oh, the irony.
Speak up, would ya?
I was thinking, this is the perfect opportunity for us to follow up on that big story we've been working at.
The conspiracy theory on Lex? Give it a rest already.
Since when did Luthor earn a first-name basis? Hey, wait up!
I'm pleased to see you took up my offer.
How could we not with someone as prestigious as yourself?
Oh, Miss Lane, you humor me. Please, get comfortable. Mercy, if you could give us some privacy, please.
As you wish, Mr. Luthor.
Shall I fetch us some wine to make up for the interruption we had during our last visit?
No need for that. This interview is strictly business only.
Right. What my knight in shining armor is trying to say is that we were hoping to get more than just an interview out of this. A tour, perhaps?
Yeah. Sure took the words right out of my mouth.
I was unaware of this desire to take a tour of my facility. And unfortunately, I'm not so easily prepared to surprise my staff by one so suddenly. Perhaps you should have scheduled that one beforehand.
You say that as though you have something to hide. It's not like we'd uncover some hidden conspiracy of yours.
Oh, my God. Oh, what a funny joke that is. Good one, Lois.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't be so foolish to leave incriminating evidence lying around my research labs. That's a little joke of my own, for the record.
Oh, you don't have to worry about us twisting your words, Mr. Luthor. The Daily Planet only publishes facts. So if we were to dig up some kind of dirt, it'd be nothing much of a joke.
Is that so?
Can't afford the electric bill?
Hardly. The backup generator should have kicked in, though. Mercy? Damn.
Is there a problem that we should be concerned about?
It's likely just a power surge. As not to repeat the Rudolph Jones incident, though, I'll have to ask you two to leave immediately, since my panic room can only fit one person.
Are you kidding me?
I'm afraid not, Miss Lane. Don't worry, though. You've got your knight in shining armor to protect you.
Ugh, don't listen to the creep, Clark. We're not leaving until we get something for a story. Clark? Clark? Are you all right?
Something's not right.
We came here for Luthor, but since he's nowhere to be seen, we'll have to make you review me.
You don't mind being our hostage, do you? What's a little favor among gals, am I right?
Leave her alone. Take me instead.
Sorry, Four Eyes.
You aren't our type.
Clark!
Looks like this one's got a short circuit. No matter. She's just step one anyways.
Don't forget, Livewire, we need her alive.
Yeah. I'll make sure not to fry her. Yet.
Lois? Lois? Lois!
I'm a bit
How else are we supposed to draw him out? He probably has no clue about his lady friend yet.
I'm not sure. But I'll admit that I didn't think it would be this soon.
Huh?
Look! What's up, Superman? Here to see some fireworks?
Take the wheel. Let me have a go at him.
You know how much I hate sharing.
Come on, Superman. Get closer if you really want to hear me.
No. Lois.
Whoa now, you aren't allowed. Wait a minute. I recognize you.
As do I, Inspector Henderson. Don't worry. Mr. Kent here was present during the time of Miss Lane's abduction.
Really now? Then, where have you been?
I find myself wondering the same thing.
They knocked me down for a bit. And then I tried going after them when I came to. That's unimportant. What is important is that Luthor has a lot to answer for.
Me? What on God's earth could you be implying?
I don't find it coincidental that this is the second time someone attacked your office during our time of visit. Or that you originally wanted Lois here alone for all that matter.
What? Did those ruffians say they were here to abduct Miss Lane?
Well, no.
Then, what did they say?
Go on, Kent. Tell Inspector Henderson what you heard.
They said that they were here for Luthor, but settled for Lois.
That makes you suspect Luthor. I see. It's very likely they were looking to use Luthor as a hostage for some kind of ransom.
See, entirely coincidental. I'm not sure I can tolerate your constant accusations, Mr. Kent.
Journalist for a reason, Mr. Luthor. I can tell when someone is up to no good.
All right, that's enough. If you have anything more to say, it can be done at another time. Right now, I need to finish getting Luthor's statement. Do you mind waiting outside the office?
I've got nothing else to add anyways.
Then you'd best be leaving.
You might want a restraining order on that one.
I'll consider it. Although, Inspector Henderson, I've not got much to add either. For the duration of Miss Lane's abduction, I was hidden away in my panic room.
I see. Not large enough to fit her and the other fellow.
Exactly.
And you said the security cameras were down.
The entire building lost power due to one of the abductor's abilities.
I guess it couldn't be helped. Regardless, I appreciate your cooperation.
Luthor sure did think of everything. Luckily, the security cameras malfunctioning worked in my favor. Still, it's not like I could say that I saw Luthor's assistant granting one of the abductors passage by me using my X-ray vision beyond the office. Or that I heard them from their getaway vehicle talking about using Lois as bait to draw me out. I have no proof, but I know Luthor is behind this. Which is why I'll need to continue listening in on him if I am to gather evidence.
Fascinating. This is very significant data. It seems my hunch that Superman's hearing is enhanced proved correct, making Silver Banshee's sonic screams the perfect candidate for harming him.
A very astute observation, sir. If you don't mind me asking, what made you assume one of Superman's power is super hearing?
How else would he be capable of arriving in the nick of time to save the day? One of my satellites detected him once. I believe he's capable of flying far into the atmosphere, that he is also capable of hearing the entire planet. That's how he always knows when and where trouble is.
You're a genius, sir.
You mustn't waste your time telling me things I already know, Mercy.
Then, sir, what about us? Could a Superman be eavesdropping on our conversation right now?
Oh, I'm sure he is. As a matter of fact, I'm counting on it. I want him to know what happens when he crosses my path.
What about the investigation?
Superman knowing the truth and actually being able to prove anything are entirely separate things, my dear.
Then, what of Silver Banshee and Livewire?
I gave them specific instructions. They're going to do exactly what Inspector Henderson expects of them. Whether that has an effect on the investigation or Superman doesn't matter. It just matters that the message I want to send gets delivered.
Consider the message received, Luthor.
Where am I?
Looks like she's finally coming to.
It wouldn't have taken so long if you didn't shock her that badly.
It's not my fault. She's a lightweight.
Please, I'd drink both of you under the table. Not exactly what she was talking about, but keep spouting your shit.
I don't know. I kinda like her feistiness. Who would have thought Big Boy in Blue has a thing for bad girls?
I don't know if it's the splitting headache I have, but you two are making zero sense.
Don't play dumb, sweetheart. We know you and Superman have a thing.
Me and Superman? Who told you that load of crap? That's confidential information. Well, you got the wrong information no matter how confidential. If you took me for the sake of luring in Superman, then you made a mistake.
Sure. That's why he came after us on the freeway like a torpedo.
He did? Maybe it's a one-way crush.
And mascara? That's not as enticing to me.
Enough about Superman. Tell me about you two, eh?
Huh? What is this? An interview?
It can be. If I'm being honest, I just want to take the edge off by getting to know my abductors. She's stalling, sis. Ignore her. Sis? Your sisters?
Oops. Looks like she slipped up. Big Sis never could break that bad habit of hers. Always opening her mouth. It's what killed Mom and Dad.
Just keep working on the camera.
Come on. With my powers, I'll be able to get the signal out easily.
Doesn't mean you know how to work a camera, idiot. God, you two really are siblings to argue this much. Are you speaking from experience, or are you just nosy? I've got a sister and a brother-in-law. Both of them are huge pains in the neck. I would never think of working with one of them as... what exactly are you two? Villains?
Ha! Villains for hire. Sums it up pretty nicely.
each other is all we've got. Like my sister said, I couldn't control my powers when they first appeared and accidentally killed our parents. So you decided the next best thing was to become criminals? Look around you. This old radio station, it was the only place where I could use my voice without harming anyone.
Then my powers appeared.
You both seem in control of your abilities now. It took a while, but we got the hang of them.
If you wanna know what drove us to becoming evil, or whatever you wanna call it, you're out of luck. 'Cause it's time to get this show on the road.
The camera is ready?
Ready when you are.
Jumpstart this whole thing.
We're live.
Good. I'll keep this short, Superman. I know you're watching and that this woman means a lot to you. If you don't want us to harm her, then you'd better come to the old radio station in Little Bohemia to be her replacement as our hostage. You have an hour.
Let Lois go. Now.
Not a problem. After you're dead.
No! Superman! Turn up the juice.
This is all I've got. He's tanking it.
Then let's see how he handles this.
Go. Run.
But
Let's finish them off.
leave him alone.
Lois.
Leslie!
All in a day's work, eh?
I wish it were that simple. Did you get anything from them?
Livewire has been identified as Leslie Willis. She's been put into a coma from a high-voltage hit that I'm guessing you caused. So, there's no intel coming out of her mouth anytime soon. Silver Banshee was identified as Siobhan Willis. And she's just as problematic as her sister by taking a vow of silence. Aside from one request to speak with her. Do you mind, Miss Lane? It may aid the investigation.
She wants to speak with me? Sure. What's the worst that could happen?
Don't worry, you've got Superman here to protect you. If us officers weren't enough already.
Oh, I'm not scared, Inspector. I'm just concerned. They seem awfully interested in me for whatever reason.
Then it's best that you try to find out why.
All right. You wanted to speak with me, so spill. You wanted to know why me and my sister turned to a life of crime. We thought it was the only way that nobody could hurt us. Now my sister is in a coma. Stay close to the boy in blue. He's the only one that'll be able to keep you safe in this line of work. I didn't think you would care for my well-being. I'm not as bad of a person as you might think I am. I just wanted to do what every older sibling wants to do, protect their younger sibling. Are you going to tell me something useful or not? If it wasn't obvious already, someone hired me and my sister to use you as bait for Superman. Who? You're an investigative reporter. Figure it out. Where's Superman?
He overheard what you were told. I'm thinking whatever concerns you had can be put to rest, Miss Lane.
I'm not so certain.
Mercy, if you would show them the door, that would be much appreciated.
Gentlemen, I believe you're clocking out of work early.
Door.
Sir, it looks like you have another unwanted visitor.
Looks as though I do, doesn't it, Mercy? If you'll excuse us.
Certainly, Mr. Luthor.
Those red eyes. I'm sure they look right through me. Like I'm nothing more than a nuisance. When you see me, you think I'm no more of a threat than an annoying fly that circles around your head. But when I see you, Superman, I see something no man can ever be. I see the end. The end of my potential. The end of my achievements. The end of my dreams.
That's the reason you sent those criminals after Lois?
Don't mistake what I'm about to say as a confession, Superman. Myself or others may not be able to harm you, but you are correct that Miss Lois Lane is in very much danger. She's just a human, as the rest of us. Perhaps you should redirect those red glowing eyes somewhere else. Perhaps she would be safer if you didn't make more enemies than necessary.
You're trying to blackmail me?
I simply state a fact. If you want to draw your own conclusions from what I say, then feel free to think what you want.
Then let me state my own fact. You'd better stay away from Lois. Proof or not, I will go after you. If you go after her again.
Are you threatening me?
If you want to draw your own conclusions from what I say, then feel free to think whatever you want.
Touché. Don't mistake what I'm about to say as a confession, Superman. Myself or others may... My bad, sorry.